Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 10.37 and chapter is factory overhead. Variance, as you have better idea, we have solved around 20 questions and each and every questions were solved on the basis of calculation of variance. Still, we are at 10.37 and you can see the performa or the format is still same. We have left side where we will calculate the variances. On right side we will be writing supporting statements. So let's start. First of all, we will calculate over here. The very first thing is to calculate total variance, which is a relationship between two FH. First we will be having actual FH and then there would be applied FH beside it. At this stage, we will be calculating variance. Total variance would be calculated over here by subtracting actual and FH. Then it would be time for conclusion. We will be focusing upon applied FH. So very rightly, if applied FH is more than actual of FH, you will be concluding it as over applied. Contrary to this, if applied FH is less than actual FH, so what you will say, since applied is less, you will call it as under applied FH. The next variance which we will calculate would be budget variance or spending or expenditure variance. It is a relationship between budget and actual FH. So here you have budget FH and then you will subtract actual FH. Finally, you will be taking a decision to make the variance, which is difference between budget and actual FH. Beside this, we will be concluding this variance by focusing upon actual. So if actual FH is more than budget FH, what would we say? Actual is more. Whenever you are spending more in actual, it would not go in your favor. So you will conclude as unfavorable. Contrary to this, if actual FH is less than budget, so you will conclude as favorable variance. Third variance which would be calculated is volume variance or capacity or idle variance, which is a relationship between budget and applied. So first you will write budget FH and then you will be related with applied FH. Finally, you will be calculating your variance over here, which would be the difference between budget and applied FH. Next step would be a conclusion by focusing upon budget. So if your budget FH is less than applied, that means you are arranging less, which means it is favorable for you. And contrary to above, if budget FH is more than applied FH, it means you are arranging more amount, which would go unfavorable for you. These three variances would be calculated and upon right side of the page, we will be related with supporting calculation. First, we need actual FH. And for your information, actual FH would be given in the question, so we do not need to calculate it. Second, uh, over here, second supporting statement would be applied FH, which does have a single line formula. We would need actual hours over here. It would be multiplied by applied FH rate. Then we have third budget FH, which has two line formula. Line which would include actual hours and it would be multiplied by variable FH rate, and in third line you will add fixed FH. Both first line answer over here, second line answer over here, and then you will sum up both answers to get your budget FH. Then we need fixed FOH rate and applied FOH rate. So first you will calculate total applied FOH rate on fifth space. What do you need is at fifth place you will calculate fixed FOH rate, and then on sixth place you will calculate variable FOH rate, after which you will be adding this fixed FOH rate would be added in variable FOH rate to get the total applied FOH rate. Hopefully you have seen the similarity in formulas, but still interest of this question would not be ended because each and every question has a twist. Now let's start. Venus factory introduction, this and that, and based on actual capacity. Please note down it. Predetermined rate based on expected actual capacity. That means this Venus company would always be depending upon expected actual capacity. There are two words which I would like to explain. First word is expected, second word is normal. When you have assumed anything, when you have supposed something, it is called expected. And normal mean which usually happens in that period of time. Suppose you have, let's say you want to buy a book. The price of that book is unknown. So first step, you can suppose it. Let's say you have supposed 1000 rupees, but for the context you will see normal rate of that book. So there is a tiniest difference. Normal and expected can have the difference. Over here you can see factory overhead is expected actual capacity over here, and amounts are written. And beside this, normal capacity is also mentioned. I will let you know, if you want to calculate your formulas, we have two options. First, as you know that fixed FH rate, how it is calculated, you can write over here as well. You know the formula, fixed FH is divided by estimated hours. You write in the same way. And when you will use normal capacity or expected capacity, you can have these formulas like total applied FH rate is equal to fixed FH rate and plus variable FH rate. I'm writing the same thing which has been written over here, but let you be understanding it. For fixed FH rate, what do you do? Fixed FH is divided by, fixed FH would be divided by estimated hours over here, but here we will use expected hours because in question we are focused upon expected hours. And then you need to add variable FH rate. How to calculate? Variable FH would be divided by expected hours, and this rate would be used by organization. Hopefully you people are understanding these formulas, and I have just changed this estimated hours. Instead of estimated, I am using expected hours. So this would be your first formula, and in the similar way you will be calculating your second formula, and for that you will use normal hours. So first fixed FH, and it would be divided by normal hours, and you will add in it variable FH rate. So variable FH would be divided by normal hours. In this way you can calculate two rates. Both formulas have been written, and we are supposed to calculate these rates according to expected hours and according to normal hours. Have you understood these things? Same formulas are written which we used to have over here. Total applied FOH rate consists of two main things, fixed FOH rate and variable FOH rate. Fixed FOH rate would be calculated by dividing expected hours, and similarly fixed FOH rate is being calculated by normal hours. So both rates we will be calculating. Let me put in this way, we can separate this total FOH rate, and I'm going to write it at above to understand in proper way. Okay, so this is your first rate, total applied FH rate first method, total applied FH rate second method. For this we need to go to the question to see what is different inputs. Factory overhead is at expected actual capacity of 80,000 R is 1 lakh. This is total FH and these are expected Rs. 6 lakh is fixed, 4 lakh is variable. So our problem has been sorted out. We will go over here and we'll write down fixed FH and variable FH. Fixed FH was mentioned like 6 lakh and R's were mentioned 80,000. Here your fixed FH would be calculated. Then you need to put variable FH which was mentioned 4 lakh and expected R's were mentioned as 80,000. So in this way both rates can be calculated. We will come over here. You can see that this is first part of the question and here is second part of the question. We can differentiate it. Let's make them italic. So you have two different rates. First part of this question is for fixed FH rate. Second part of this question is for variable FH rate. Fixed FH was 6 lakh and 80,000 were expected hours. Everything over here was seen from the question. Look at here. Expected capacity 80,000 hours. These are expected hours. 6 lakh fixed and 4 lakh variable. So you can see we have seen from the book. Now it's time to calculate it. You have first portion which is 6 lakh divided by 80,000. So you are going to write 6 lakh and it would be divided by 80,000. Okay, this is your first rate and we will call it as fixed FH rate, and then you will be adding. We can calculate it over here so that we can write properly. So 7.5 is first rate which is fixed rate, 7.5. Okay, next rate we will calculate over here. 4 lakh is to be divided by 80,000. So we have got our second rate which is 5. Now here we will be putting it 7 plus 5, 7.5 plus 5. Two rates have been calculated. First rate is fixed FH rate, second is variable FH rate. If you will sum up both rates, we will get total applied FH rate, and here we can write it based on expected capacity. After adding 7.5 with 5, you will be getting total applied FH rate based on what we have done, 7.5. Okay, so we have calculated first rate which is 12.5 and this is FH applied rate based on expected capacity, FH applied rate based on expected capacity. Now we'll go back to the question, and you can see over here predetermined FH rate based on expected actual capacity. This is first part of A, and first part of A you can see 12.5, and we have seen our answer is 12.5 as well. So first part have been sorted out. Now we need to calculate again total applied FH rate but based on normal capacity. This is our second part which we are going to solve, and now we are calculating total applied FH rate, but it is based on normal capacity, and this would be equal to, formula is same. Here you can see fixed FH rate plus variable FH rate. In the similar way, fixed FH rate and variable FH rate is being calculated over here. You are using the same formula but with a little twist. As you can see, what you have used, fixed FH rate plus variable FH rate. What twist we are using here? Expected hours were mentioned, and now we will be mentioning normal hours. Your fixed FH would be was 6 lakh in case of working 80,000 hours. Now let me know if your normal hours are different. You can see in the question, normal capacity of the company is 1 lakh hours. So our hours have been changed. Come over here and you can see your fixed FH for 80,000 hours was 6 lakh. Would it be changed if we have changed the working hours from 80,000 to normal 80,000 to 1 lakh normal hours? Now here total normal hours are 1 lakh. So please let me know, when you were working for 80,000, fixed cost was 6 lakh. What would be the impact if you will start your working for 1 lakh? Someone of you will give the correct answer, as fixed FH would be same. So 6 lakh was fixed FH for 80,000 hours, and 6 lakh would also be fixed FH for normal 1 lakh hours. So first part we have sorted out. Now we need to see what will happen for variable FH rate. As you know that we have changed the hours. Instead of 80,000 hours, we do have now 1 lakh hours. For this, we will change our variable FH. Here you can see we were using a desi formula for variable cost, old VC, and it would be divided by old hours, and then we will multiply it with new hours. This way we can calculate our new variable cost. Old variable cost was over here 4 lakh. You will divide it with old hours, that is 80,000, and finally you will multiply it with new hours. New normal hours are 1 lakh. 1 lakh would be put over here. Statement completed. Now you can calculate it. 4 lakh divided by 80,000, bracket close, and you need to multiply it with 1 lakh. So in this way you can calculate new variable cost, and that is 5 lakh. What we have done, have you understood what we are going to do, what we were on up to? Since we have changed the hours from 80,000 to 1 lakh, obviously if you will increase your number of units, variable cost would be increased. If you will decrease your number of units, variable cost would be decreased. Fixed cost would be similar, but now we have changed our working hours from 80,000 to 1 lakh. So according to definition of variable cost, it should have been changed. How it would be changed? We used a formula and we have calculated our new variable cost for 1 lakh hours. Okay, so here you can calculate your rates as well for variable. With new variable FH we have calculated is 5 lakh, and we need to divide it with normal hours, and normal hours 1 lakh. So statement is completed. Here we will be calculating our fixed FH rate. It would be 6 lakh 0 I was counting, and it would be divided by 1 lakh. So first fixed FH rate has arrived and it is 6. You can write over here, and then you need to add variable FH rate, and it would be calculated in this way: 5 lakh variable FH rate. We are following this statement, and divided by 1 lakh. So it would be 5, and we can put over here 5. In this way, both rates have been calculated. When you will add, you will get total applied FH rate based on normal capacity. So 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. So this rate has been calculated for normal hours. Two rates were asked to calculate. First rate was applied FH rate based on expected capacity. Second rate, applied rate based on normal capacity. Answer is 11 for normal capacity. Here you were asked to calculate the predetermined FH rate based on expected and normal capacity. So A part is having two answers, first 12.5 and second 11. So we have calculated both rates, 12.5 and 11, which you can see are present over here. 12.5 is here, 11 is here. Both rates are calculated. It means first part has been completed. Now next requirement we can see over or under applied. For that purpose we will be looking at here. Actual capacity attained was 85,000 hours. These are actual hours, and actual FH is 12 lakh. So on right side of our page where we usually write the supporting statements, we will go to there and will finally be touching actual FH. You can see over here actual FH is mentioned 12 lakh. So here 12 lakh would be written. This is actual FH and it was described in question 12 lakh. Now we will see applied FH. It needs two major things, actual hours and applied FH rate. But before that we will see what is our requirement of the question. You can see under or over applied FH based on rate used by the company, and we have pre-decided it that company use expected actual capacity. In our solution you have seen we have calculated two rates, 12.5 and 11. 12.5 was based on expected capacity and 11 is based on normal capacity. Company uses expected capacity, so you will use 12.5 rate. Now come over here and we need to calculate our applied FH. For that we need actual hours. Actual hours are given over here. Actual capacity attained during the year 85,000. So you can put 85,000 over here, and two rates as you know we have calculated. Here we will use expected capacity which was 12.5. Statement is completed. You can put it on your calculator, 85,000, and it would be multiplied by 12.5, which is total applied FH rate based on expected capacity. Okay, so we have our applied FH And now we can calculate our budget FH, which need actual hours. Actual hours are 85,000, which were mentioned above, given in the book, and you need to multiply it with variable FH rate. And you can see in our question, we have calculated expected capacity rate. This was applied FH rate based on expected capacity. And there are two rates. First rate is fixed and second is variable FH rate. You can see second rate is 5. So we will pick it to calculate our budget FH rate. 85,000 would be multiplied by 5. One second, please. Actually, my laptop is not functioning well today. It is little tired, and okay, it had a right. So 5 actual hours given in the question 85,000, variable FH rate 5 we have calculated. Statement is completed. Now we can calculate 85,000 and it would be multiplied by 5. So first statement is completed, and now fixed FH, which was given in the question, you can see over here, fixed FH was written as 6 lakh. So you can directly write 6 lakh over here. It's time to calculate the sum of both lines. First 4,25,000 and then add 6 lakh. We will get our total answer. This is applied FH. Budget FH, which was having two line formula. First line actual hours multiplied by variable FH rate, and both we have already in our mind. 85,000 were given in the question. Variable FH rate we have calculated. Fixed FH was given in the question. So total budget FH 102,500, 10,25,000. And since we have calculated everything, these rates which were given over here, fixed FH rate, variable FH rate, total applied FH rate, everything has been calculated downside. Okay, this was fixed, this was variable, this was total FH rate. So rates were calculated downward, and now we can calculate our variances. First variance is total overall variance, which is relationship between actual and applied FH. Actual FH we have calculated over here, highlighted, and amount was 12 lakh, put over here. Second FH is needed, applied FH. Applied FH was calculated over here. We have highlighted, and amount was 10 lakh 62,500, put over here. So both inputs have been given, and we are actually calculating over or under applied FH. And this would be calculated by taking difference between actual and applied FH. Actual FH was 12 lakh, and you will subtract applied FH, which is 10 lakh 62,500. So we have got our variance, which is total variance. It's time to conclude by focusing upon applied FH. Applied was 10, actual was 12. It means applied was less. Whenever applied is less than actual, it would be called under applied variance. 137,500. Here you can see B requirement was over or under applied. B requirement is mentioned over here, 137,500. Our answer is also 137,500, and we have mentioned it under applied, and under applied is mentioned in answers as well. So first variance have been calculated. Second variance is budget variance, which is a relationship between budget and actual FH. Here you can see we have calculated budget FH. Total budget FH was 10,25,000, put over here. Then you need to put actual FH, which has been calculated over here. Amount was 12 lakh, put here. It's time to calculate the variance, budget variance, which is a relationship between budget and actual. To calculate the variance, we will subtract budget and actual. So our actual was 12 lakh and you will subtract budget, which was 10 lakh 25,000. We have got our answer 1 lakh 75,000. It's time to conclude about this variance by putting focus upon actual. Actual was 12, budget was 10, actual was more. So whenever actual is more, it would become unfavorable budget variance, which is 1,75,000. You can see that at C part, first part of the C is budget variance. Here C, first part is 175,000. It has been mentioned unfavorable, and what we have calculated is 175,000 and unfavorable is mentioned. So two variances calculated. It's time to see our third variance, which is volume variance, relationship between budget and applied FH. So here we have calculated budget FH. Total amount was total amount was 10,25,000. We can put over here. Second FH which is needed is applied FH. Here you can see we have calculated applied FH with single line formula and amount was 10,62,500. So put over here. Finally, we will calculate the variance, which would be the difference between budget and applied FH. Our applied FH was 10,62,000. To calculate the difference, we will subtract budget FH, which is 10,25,000. So we have got our third variance, which is volume or capacity variance. It's time to conclude by putting focus upon budget. Your budget was 102 and applied was 106. So budget is less. We should be happy as we have to arrange less. So it would be favorable volume variance, which is 37,500. Let's check the answer. We were asked in C part. So second part of C is volume variance and second part of C is 37,500 favorable. So what we have calculated 37,500 and we have mentioned it favorable. In this way, whole of question has been completed. All of these answers were matched and I am just sharing very humbly that all of these lectures are live lectures. No recording has been made, no interaction, no reconciliation was made, nothing was changed, and whole lecture was not paused for even a single second. So direct calculations were made, everything was calculated live, and you can have your answers. Thankfully, everything was correct. Now I would like to request you to focus upon these things. Take a screenshot over here, highlighted area. This is the twist of the question. Remaining everything was traditional, remaining everything was same, but here there was a calculation, there were calculations which were having a little twist. This whole thing was similar, traditional, and you do remember we calculate fixed FH rate over here, and for variable FH rate, what do? Variable FH was supposed to be divided by estimated hours. You have used these same formulas. Fixed FH was 6 lakh. I'm just letting you know that we haven't done anything different. 6 lakh and 80,000 were expected or estimated hours. So you had calculated 6 lakh divided by 80,000 and you have got the answer over here, 7.5. In the similar way, variable FH was supposed to be divided by estimated hours. Variable FH was 4 lakh and estimated hours were 80,000. Statement was completed and you can put it on your calculator. 4 lakh divided by 80,000. So you have got your answer, variable FH rate. Then you were supposed to add 7.5 was fixed FH rate and variable FH rate was 5. Statement completed. Put it on your calculator. 7.5 was added with 5 you have got applied FH rate. Same work have been done, but only twist or only different factor was these items. First time we have calculated applied FH rate based on a different thing. Here we usually write estimated, expected or budgeted hours, but now first time we have calculated applied FH rate based on normal hours. So please, I'm requesting you to repeat these things for 4 to 5 times to understand how to calculate with different hours. And as usual, remaining everything was same. We have calculated actual, applied and budget FH, which all these three budget, applied and actual FH were used to calculate three variances: total, budget and volume variances. So hopefully you have understood 10.37, but even then, if you have any query, any difficulty or any question related to this 10.37, you are very open to ask your queries. You are very open to message, text or whatever do you like. I will surely be available and will try to answer instantly. Time for 10.37 has been ended. Surely we will be meeting again for the solution of any other question. Up till then, please take care of yourself, and I'm requesting you to pray for me as well. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.